now available in paperback and e-readers. Spellbound, a darker shade of black. Get your copy today at your favorite online bookseller. I took a look at the new trailer for Gabrielle Union's new movie, Breaking In. And just like Proud Mary, I'm noticing a campaign by Hollywood to not promote a strong black female, but a masculinized black female. Because when you take a look at the opening frames for Breaking In, you notice that someone is missing from this film. Who is that person? That is the black man or the black father. And that the black father not being in this film is a quite troubling thing because the message of this film is that the black man cannot make efforts to protect his family or support his family. And as I looked at this film's trailer and looked at it from a more critical perspective, I noticed there were efforts here not only to emasculate the black man by omitting his presence from the film, but also efforts to try to further masculinize the black female. Because what they're trying to say in between the lines in a passive-aggressive way about black women in this film is that black females are masculine. And the way they are saying that the black female is masculine is passively saying that, oh, a mother will do anything to protect her children. However, the imagery in the film, again, is all about showing the black female as so masculine that she can literally take on an entire group of men. And this, again, is a passive-aggressive insult that Hollywood is making at this black female and the black female image, because what they're trying to promote in Hollywood is the whole idea of a masculine female. And this is no different than what Hollywood did back in the 1930s with Imitation of Life, where we had Louise Beavers, who was twice Claudette Colbert's size and had larger shoulders and a larger body than Claudette Colbert, who was promoted as the feminine ideal, or what they did with Ghostbusters in 2016, where they had the black female Ghostbuster who was twice the size of the feminine Ghostbusters, white female Ghostbusters, who were made to look soft and feminine. And it's no different than what they did with Taraji P. Henson in Proud Mary. They took this older black female, dressed her up, and presented her as masculine. And they're trying to do this again to degrade the black female image while elevating the white female image, because they want the white female to appear soft and feminine, so they make efforts to make the black female appear hard and masculine. And with this Breaking In, again, they show not just only through the imagery, but they show through the action ways to try to masculinize the black female. And with the black female in this film, she's literally taking on 4 men. Think about that. Men who have 8 times the upper body strength of a female, but you have this black female going out here and doing this without the super strength of Wonder Woman or the tactical skills of Atomic Blonde. No, instead of them having superhuman abilities to take on a group of men, you have an average, ordinary mother taking on these 4 white men. And this is disturbing because, again, they're saying in between the lines of this story that this black female is so much like a man, she can literally fight other men. And this is propaganda that's going to mess up a lot of black females out here, because a lot of black females buy into this rhetoric, thinking that they are this strong black woman, buy into this myth of the superwoman, and it's going to get them messed up, because, again, no female can take on an entire group of men unless she has superhuman strength like Wonder Woman. An ordinary woman just does not have the upper body strength or the ability to take on a group of men. But this is what the white supremacists in Hollywood want to promote as a social norm, because they want to make a backhanded insult to the black woman that she is strong enough to, she's so strong she can do anything. But that's just not the case. I notice they do this with the black woman. They always want to try to masculinize her, and then they want to feminize the black man. And again, that's meant to cause confusion in the minds of those who imbibe this media. But those of us who think critically can see what they're saying between the lines of this movie. Now, this movie comes from the producer of No Good Deed, and with No Good Deed, I had my issues with that film because that film featured Idris Elba as a black brute, and all he did throughout that film was be a black brute, brutalizing and terrorizing the black female, and the film starts out with the murder of a white female. It was meant to promote the whole idea that the black man was violent prone, the black man was a savage, the black man had no self-control. And with this film, they're also making attempts to present a negative image of the black woman. Now you have to read one of these old feminist books to really understand it, called Black Macho and the Myth of the Superwoman, to understand what is being presented here in this breaking in. Because with this breaking in, they are giving you this myth of this superwoman, this strong, powerful black woman, which is really white supremacy's efforts to try to masculinize the black female and present her as masculine in comparison to the white female, because they want the white female to appear to be soft and feminine and to be the pinnacle of beauty, and they want to try to degrade the black female image. And they use films like this and Proud Mary as an effort to try to masculinize the black female image. Unfortunately, many black people aren't going to get this, and this is where I make the video so you can understand what's behind the imagery in these kind of films, because this film, again, has undertones in it like that masculine image, like the omission of that black man from the picture, and they use this type of imagery, again, to affect the minds of black people and make them believe things to be social norms. That's why these kind of films are very dangerous for black people to watch, especially black children, because you imbibe these ideas and you believe them to be social norms and what actually is regarding black people. Now I look at this Breaking In movie, and again, I'm noticing a disturbing trend regarding the image of the black woman, and most black women sadly aren't paying attention to this. They're just so happy to have a film featuring them that they're not taking a look at the bigger picture regarding how their image is presented. Now I take a look at how black female images are presented, and I'm wondering, where are the soft, feminine images of black women? Why don't we see a soft, feminine image of a black woman? And why don't we get a romance featuring a black woman and a black man? Something most black females have been asking for over 2 decades now. When it comes down to black on black romance, Hollywood won't produce that, but they'll produce films that breathe brand new life into old stereotypes from the 1930s and promote old racist images from the 1930s in a brand new box, because that's all this film is, that's all Proud Mary was, and that's all No Good Deed was. Repackaged old stereotypes from the 1930s presented as entertainment that is actually meant to be social engineering to promote dysfunction in black people's minds. If you'd like to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon by clicking the link in the description box. And if you want to try some of my positive SJS direct fiction, you may do so by clicking the link to Amazon.com. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.